Hello everyone, my name is Jeff Rolka. Thank you for checking out my video. 3 tips for high note sustain. I am not going to insult you and suggest that simply watching this video is going to fix it. It's going to involve practice, but there are 3 practices that I think will help you quite a lot when it comes to sustaining those high notes. They might be a little bit unusual than what you might be expecting. First is to vocalize major second, minor third above the pitch in question. So for example, if you're singing a piece and let's just say that the high note is here for the sake of argument. It's an E natural above middle C, which isn't necessarily terribly high, but is useful for our demonstration purposes today. Then you want to be able to vocalize to an F sharp or a G. What does that mean? That means that singing scales at whatever tempo is going to get you to here, or maybe if not there, then at least there, so that you're passing by the high note. So this is more about establishing access. This isn't powerlifting or something like that where we're like toughening up. It's about practicing our technique and moving the note in question to different areas of the scale. This gets us to treat it a little bit differently so that we're not kind of going to it and then stalling out on our engagement, our support, if you like. And that can cause problems too. Lots of problems, in fact. And that kind of brings us to our second tip. And our second tip is a little bit sneaky, because what you're going to do is you're going to trick your brain a little bit. You're going to do trills on that pitch. This exercise, you see it in a lot of my warm-up videos because it's really, really useful for this purpose. Strictly speaking, it's not a trill. It's just oscillating between 2 pitches. It's a trill the way you might think of it in instrumental music, but it's not really the way we execute trills as vocalists. But it's very useful in tricking us to keep our airflow well engaged and moving long over the duration of the 2 pitches. So what you do again, ascending to a major second, minor third above the pitch in question, like I did there. I went a major second above. So the trill was trilling up to a major second above the pitch in question. Talking again about the sustain on that pitch is if it is the end of the phrase, add some notes after it to trick yourself into staying engaged until the very, very end. Because too frequently when we have that sustained high pitch, we kind of give up our engagement while we're still singing, and that's when we start to have problems. So again, saying that if the E natural here is the note in question, then if the melody is, I don't know, and that's where it stops, in your practices, take the melody and then fill it out with some descending pitches. It doesn't have to be the major scale like I chose here. It can be something else that you find very interesting or works with the music in general, but do make the pitches specific. So you would start this practice by just going up and down without sustaining. You might also consider the vowels from the melody that you're practicing. So in this case, I'm using ah, but if the vowel in the word is, for example, the word that you're singing there is no, then you might choose to have the O vowel here. Having done that, we will add sustain. Sustain and then descend. Again, it need not be in time with the piece that you're working on. We're still working towards that. And what we are trying to do is establish really good sustain on this pitch. So we take it in small increments. Eventually, we would do the melody here in time and still add our descending phrase. Let's just say it's 2 counts. Okay, now in our minds, we're still going to pretend to sing the descending scale, but we're just going to stop at the appropriate time. And there we have our phrase. It can take a little bit of practice, but do that a couple times and you will find that it gets easier and easier and easier the more that you repeat the process on high note in the next phrase that you're doing, in the next phrase, in the next piece, and so on and so forth. And as always, I hope this quick tip helps. My name is Jeff. Thank you if you've chosen to subscribe. A big, big thank you to my Patreon supporters. And thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time. I hope that you've enjoyed the video and you find it useful in your own practice. Take really good care of your voices, enjoy singing, and hopefully we'll see you again.